Dr. Lindor-Latortue. I'm a professional business consultant and a radio host. Our services range from advertising, marketing, hosting, and event planning. Call me right now, 786-521-7321. Nous vous offrons des services en français, en anglais, en espagnol et en créole. Relez-moi le 786-521-7321. Votre mariage, des activités sociales, débats, commentaires, ça c'est nous. 786-521-7321. Hello everyone, welcome to another Gade Tet Ou audio. Today I bring you chapter 3, 4, and 5. You may ask yourself, why is she bringing 3 chapters together? It is only because, remember I told you, it's on-demand audio version for you, my followers. I am Dr. Marie-Flore Lindor-Latortue, the author of Gade Tet Ou. Beside the book, it is also an applied behavior, a philosophy that it took me 14 years to really develop. In lieu of an autobiography, if this is the first time you are watching that audio version, it is innovative. I don't think you have seen any audio like that. It's I'm making the best of technology, bringing up close and personal a connection of myself, the author, with you, the readers. And if you are busy, and you have no time to read in your of a Kindle version, where you be driving and have an accident, then you can listen while you're driving, just finding it in the YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see other things that we are engaged with. Chapter 3. Before chapter 3, the summary of the introduction. Gade Tet Ou is an applied behavior. It's at all level of our life. Then the first chapter focuses on your identity. It's essential for who you are, for you to feel comfortable and knowing. You need to know who you are. You need to really know what makes you you. Not only your name, not only your skin tone, but the values that you can relate yourself to. Chapter 1. And also chapter 2, hey, upgrowing, infancy, adolescence, then memories that we bring while growing up and that take us to young adulthood. And the young adulthood, generally, if it's a traditional family, we will be talking about leaving a parent's house. If we are fortunate enough, or if we choose to pursue a college degree. I want to bring to your attention that the title, Leaving Home, okay, it's describing when I completed what we call in Haiti philo, which is like a baccalaureate. However, my story can be different than yours, and I am a very empathetic author. Then if you're picking up the book on page 7 and you may not relate, I want to have a sense of respect that you may not relate to the chapter. But I want to take time to talk to some parents after I publish the book about what leaving home became for me as a mother. When I wrote the book and published last year, 2020, and now the audio chapter 3, it's coming up 2021, I was speaking from my perspective as a young adult. And now I'm sharing with you my perspective as a mother, as I have a young adult at home. Okay, when my son, Philip, turned 18, my husband and I went to a haha moment. He did not present himself as a traditional child that wanted to pursue college. Our first shock was, Mom, I am leaving home. That's the chapter, leaving home, and I'm not going to college. Two shocks for those of you who have purchased the book and know of me. Then this is to tell you as parents is that leaving home has to come for you with open mind, with a very open mind. Then as a non-open-minded mom at that time, I had to listen. I had to share with you my anger. Okay, your son come or your daughter comes to you and tell you they're leaving home, and you know of their financial. You are the parent handling their financials for 18 years, and now they want to go, hey, living with friends. Okay, and not living for college. Then I had to assess what is it that he likes, what is it that he wanted to do. Then the first semester after high school was that cryptocurrency. Then it was la mode. Like he learned it, he mastered it. He wants to do only that. Okay, not my choice. But remember, as parents, ça nous vle, c'est pas ça petit ou forcément vle. Ça veut dire que faut qu'on même ou apprendre sortir de comfort zone pour apprendre tout avec young adult you. Okay. My husband, who is more open, who have raised young adults because he has all the kids, then was very, very open for my son to go, to really try his cryptocurrency and to not even consider college if he didn't want to. Okay. Pas besoin de nous, ça utilise moi, avec nous. Côté flotte, ka indol bagay, on ti moun 18 ans, pral vivre avec zami de cryptocurrency. Okay. You know, after 1 year, I remain the parent. Keep watching, keep asking, keep insisting that there's a back and forth between home, which is a niche, a residential address as parents for him, and also the location that he and two friends decided to share. Okay, then he has been working at Publix. Then he has a little income, less than $1,000 in a month. But hey, the child, young adult, okay, feels that they can have an apartment, they can live with friends, and they have to experience. Then, you know, as a parent, you never stop being a parent. And I've seen it with my father. You are always concerned. And it's not like a Hollywood audio that you talking what people want to hear. You have to be real with yourself. That's what Gade Tet Ou is. Then I have friends with children are over 30 and they're still living with them and they're not married. Then you don't have, life is not black and white where your child at 18 goes to college, is a child, a score, the GPA is a, you know, everyone circumstance is different. But what I want to share the most is that for my part, when I went to undergrad, it was in Puerto Rico. Then when I left home, the similarity with my son was, okay, Mom, I want a level of independence. Then for my case, and for all of you watching and also listening, then setting a child free, it's important to let them build on their sense of independence. And also for those parents whose children are beyond 30, either they don't want to work and they still live under your roof, it is what it is. You just have to let it be. Okay, and hopefully nobody leave home unless they're ready. Okay, then that's the essence for me of leaving home. Okay, then the motivational thought at the end of the chapter 3, is that parents should empower their children and set them free. Okay, set them free. If they come back to you, home is always home. Let them experience, but home should never be closed. Home should be always open for our children. Now, life in college. Life in college, chapter 4, it was my experience. It may not be your children's experience. C'est pas tout petit monde qui allait dans collège. À dire que gen de petit monde, dépendant de circonstances la vie yo obligé travailler avant. Ça important tout quitter petit monde nan travail. Okay? Then moi-même, what I come to realize with life and college is that those who leave home and stay in campus, okay, that's an eye-opener, because you end up seeing and being exposed to do certain things. Then it's a very crucial moment of your life to know when you're ready and if you're gonna really pursue, if it's 4 years or 8 years of college, to become whatever you want to become. It's not necessarily college that makes you become. However, it is also one aspect of life that cannot be ignored. Then when I was in campus, in page 11, I wrote in the 4th paragraph, very short. On campus, if campus they choose, the young adult is exposed to pleasure. She faces life alone. Time to practice the philosophy of Gade Tet Ou. At this moment, for my part, I studied to assess my strengths and weaknesses. Then ongoing communication with your young adult will let them know to compare, to contrast, to appreciate, and to choose. Une fois, jeune adulte là, qui te caillou, ou même parent, ou même ou rete là, quand yon gardien, pour prendre gol, le moment difficile, l'el besoin, l'el relo, mais si c'est le collège là, li l'on dorme, c'est le ça, dépendant de fondation qu'on crée pour ti moun. Et gen de le même lo créer une bonne fondation, ou fait ti moun ou pas fait sentiment yo. C'est étape ça pour ti moun nan connaît pour comparer, faire contrast, appreciate and choose. As you will see, I keep all my audio bilingual, so it remains very inclusive of the Haitian community and also all of you who speak English, because English is a universal language. Then in college, chapter 4, aside from the academic, I did look for a part-time job. I worked, because life is not all about pleasure, going out and things like that. It's also building the financial independence. Okay. In page 12, I read part of chapter 4. Then Gade Tet Ou, assessing myself, knowing what I wanted, understand what I need as well, find a job, then become a major decision, and the readiness to plan for our future. It's at that stage. Then the inspiration at the end of chapter 4, very short chapter. It's clear. Completing college is a social evolution, but it's not a mandate. Okay? It's very encouraging. I am a passionate of education. Education never ends. We learn every day. It's not the degree. That's why I insist, you know, become what you want and complete what you start. Don't use no back door. Receiving an honor is a prestigious aspect of life, not a title. Do not be among those who make wrong use of their honorary degrees. Because when you earn something, I repeat, earn something, you know the sacrifice, and you don't minimize the group who went through the right process of becoming. Young adulthood, which is chapter 5, it's that stage of in life where you remember I tell you pleasure, you meeting people, and lifestyles that you choose. That's where I share with you some involvement, you know, and you should not be afraid to learn from your involvement in life. Okay, whether some call it dates, some call it whatever, but before you engage into a serious relationship, life brings to you some involvement. Okay, then as a young adult, I shared in the book my experience with a much older gentleman. While there was some good in everything in life and good in that involvement, there were more bad in it. Then, you know, I learned from my mistakes. And also, I want you to not take lightly certain involvement that your young adult are part of. What I call young adult is that from 18 to 21 years old, as a parent, you still need to be on the look. You need to watch out. You need to preach cautions to your children. Okay. Then and part of the bad experience in life, you always, if you know really what you want to become, make your own decision to break them as well once you're ready. Ladies, young ladies, a bad experience is not the end of the year, or not the end of the world, excuse me. A gentleman as well, do not beat yourself up. The beauty of maturity, which is also a chapter of Gade Tet Ou, is your ability to keep your heads up through your challenges of life and your bad experiences. Then young adulthood is it's not easy. It's not easy. And you hear me repeating it twice. L'âge 18 à 21 ans, pas facile pour jeune. Genyen, se yo même qui appelle vétisse, se yo pour contrôler la vie. Eh bien, là où on réussit, malgré toute difficulté, la vie en poté pour yo, c'est pas qu'il pour applaudir. Ouais. Alors, in conclusion of chapter 5, very, very short chapter, a young adult choice requires often a wise adult guidance. Okay? foi yon jeune adulte, mande parfois pour toujours un grand monde qu'on capable avec. Mais gagne jeune qui pas gagne ça, gagne c'est pour compte yo, y apprendre dans la vie, yo pas gon grand-mère yo te capable parler, yo pas gon amis, yo gen frère, ti sœur y a élevé. Eh bien, si seulement parfois nous gagnons guide ça dans la vie, on guide au monde qui sage, il y a deux erreurs nous qu'à éviter. If only, page 15, chapter 5, if only we have the guidance that I'm referring to, a wise adult in our life that we can turn to, okay, to ask questions. Do not feel limited. Do not feel scared to ask questions. You could and you can still avoid certain mistakes. That concludes our connection, our up close and personal Gade Tet Ou audio special, chapter 3, where we reflected on leaving home. And we know there is no time to leave such things called home. And what is my story may not be your story. Remember, Gade Tet Ou is not something no one can impose to you. I did not spend 14 years developing it to be an imposer. No, it is a shared and an applied behavior. You take what best fits you. Until we meet again for another audio version, I'm Dr. Marie-Flore Lindor-Latortue that tells you, be mindful when that time comes for your young adult to tell you that they want to leave home. Be always a guide if education is something that you prioritize. Give them the time to find themselves and to make the decision on their own. You'll be amazed on how strong the relationship can be. Take care. I'm Dr. Flore Lindor-Latortue. I'm a professional business consultant and a radio host. Our services range from advertising, marketing, hosting, and event planning. Call me right now, 786-521-7321. Nous vous offrons des services en français, en anglais, en espagnol et en créole. Relez-moi en 786-521-7321. Votre mariage, des activités sociales, débats, commentaires, ça c'est nous. 786-521-7321.